Hey guys, it's Julia, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul for you guys! Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books for you guys, which is a pretty decent sized book haul. So if you guys have been subscribers on my channel for a while, then you guys know that a few years back my dad did this thing for me for Christmas where he gave me money every month throughout the year so that I could get books. And he did that again this year for Christmas, so I've been able to get quite a few books in December and January already, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've gotten in the months of December and January. So the first book I'm going to talk about is City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. I had no idea that this was even a book, but I saw it on Amazon and was like, what is happening? And then I started looking at like other people's Instagram pages to see if I could see it on there, and looking at YouTube to see if anybody was talking about it. This book is by V.E. Schwab, and I am half a fan, half a fan and half not a fan, because I read A Darker Shade of Magic and didn't really care for it, but then I read this Savage Song and really liked it, so I kind of am like torn. I'm in two different sides of the spectrum here, but I thought I would give this one a go and see if I could kind of lean more towards the liking side of V.E. Schwab. I love her personality. Every time I see her on Twitter, I'm just like, oh my god, she's so cute and funny. This is about a girl who almost drowns, and whenever she does, or whenever she doesn't afterwards, after she's not drowned, she discovers that she can kind of see between the two veils of worlds. Like she could, you know, break down the veil and see into the, like, see ghosts and all that stuff. So I love that kind of stuff. So I was like, yes, we're gonna try this one. Next, I got Mirage, which this one I solely bought on the purpose of the freaking cover. I have no idea what this is about yet, but the cover is beautiful. I know that I saw it in a couple different book boxes. I mean, it's a freaking gorgeous book. Look at it. Look how pretty this is. I can't even with this cover. In a world dominated by the brutal Vathic Empire, 18-year-old Imani is a dreamer. She dreams of what life was like before the occupation of writing poetry, of receiving a sign from Daya. But one day she too will have adventure and travel beyond her isolated moon. So it sounds interesting. Next, I got The Light Between Worlds. I got this in my unicorn crate for November, and again, I have no idea what this is about, and the cover is beautiful, but I'm gonna open it so that I can read what it's about. I actually got an ARC for this a while ago and didn't read it, but I was going to read it and then didn't read it, so I probably know what it's about, but I just forgot. Okay, so this story is about two girls, two sisters, who are, in the beginning of the story, they're cowering in a bomb shelter in London, and then all of a sudden they get taken away to this magical land called the Woodlands, and then they're brought back, and ever since they went to the Woodlands they want to get back really bad. Philippa's sister Eve really wants to go back, but Philippa's content with where she's at and doesn't really want to try to find the land, and then Eve goes missing and Philippa has to go back to the Woodlands and try to find her sister. So it sounds interesting. Beautiful cover, beautiful, 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 and yeah, I'm excited to read it. I have like a huge stack of books here because I'm terrible at putting my books away, guys. Terrible! Next is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is one that I've wanted to read for a really long time, and I already read this and it did not disappoint, guys. It was so good. The Hate You Give is a story about a girl who's in a car with her friend, and he gets shot by a cop, and she kind of gets pulled into this world of having to decide if she's going to stay out of it or stand up for her friend and basically put herself on the line in order to get justice for her friend. And it just was an incredible story. I read the book and then watched the movie, and the movie was incredible too, so very awesome. I did have to say that the movie had some cheesy acting in the beginning that I was just kind of like, but the main actress in it, that played Star, she was really good. And yeah, also I've been really obsessed with Riverdale and didn't even realize that the guy from Riverdale is the boyfriend in The Hate You Give in the movie, so I was like, whenever I figured it out. I don't know why they look so much, he looks so different in those. But next I got the Mortal Coil, and I did not like this book. I already read it and it just was not for me. Not to say that it wasn't a good book, it just wasn't personally my kind of interest, I guess. It's set in a dystopian world where this sickness breaks out, and this girl's father is a scientist that is going to create the best vaccine, but one day Cartaxis comes and takes her father and tries to force him to make the vaccine for them, who's going to withhold it from certain people in the world. She has to kind of figure out how to unlock this vaccine that he created after he dies, and it's an interesting concept, but I just didn't like the way that it played out. So next I got The Wicked King by Holly Black. This is the second book in the Cruel Prince series. I've already started reading it and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's better so far than the first book. I actually didn't like the first book until halfway through it, and then I really enjoyed it from halfway to the end. But the whole beginning half really was, I was like, no. But after the half point, I was like, okay, I'm loving this now. So this book, on the other hand, has been good from the start. And so I just feel like the first book really needed to kind of introduce all these different things that now the series is just going to take off. I'm not sure if this is going to have more books in the series or not, but this book is good so far and I'm excited to read it. Next, I got The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth, and this is the second book to Carve the Mark. I really enjoyed Carve the Mark. It was a 5-star read for me, so I've been wanting to get this forever, like since it came out forever, but I don't know why I just haven't picked it up. Like, I really wanted it, but I wanted other books more kind of thing, so I'm really happy to have this now, and I will probably read it here pretty soon. Next, I got A Discovery of Witches, and it's a honker, and I think it's an adult book. Adult book. Anyway, so I picked it up. I'm going to read it here soon because everybody has really good things to say about it. I'm excited to read it. And here's another book that I picked up solely because I've seen so much hype around it, and that is Uprooted. I've actually seen some things where people are talking about some triggering things in this. I personally like to read books that have said triggers in them just to see if, like, what the big deal is about, what the fuss is about. So I'm excited to read this. Uprooted is about a girl who lives in this valley, and in order to protect the valley they rely on this guy called the Dragon, and in order to get the protection of the dragon they have to sacrifice a woman every year to this guy, and they all think that he's going to take one girl, but he ends up taking a different girl. So I can see where there might be some trigger stuff coming up in this, so to make like a public service announcement right here to say that I realize that I suck at doing book hauls. Like, I cannot describe a book that I have not read yet very well. Like, I see all these people on BookTube, like, read the back of the book and can describe it like a freaking picture perfect wonderfulness, but I look like a dipshit when I try to describe a book I haven't read yet. So bear with me, people. Next is The Last Magician, and I've been wanting to read this for a long time, and I believe the second book just came out for this. I might be mistaken. It might have been came out a while ago, but I know that I've had my eye on this book for a long time. This is about a world where magic is kind of running out and only a few people have an affinity for magic, and anybody who goes into the island of Manhattan ends up getting stuck there and sucked in by a group called the Brink. And there's this girl who, I believe she goes into the island of Manhattan and gets trapped there, and she's able to travel in time, and she has to travel back to 1902 in order to get this book that has all the secrets of the magic system or magic situation that they're in, and also find out about this bad group that everybody's getting sucked into, the Brink. So this sounds super interesting. I love anything with time travel in it and magic, so I'm excited to read this. Okay guys, we only have 2 more books. 2 more books. Okay. So next is Save the Date by Morgan Matson. I was really excited that when it came it was signed, which is super cool. I got it from Amazon and I had no idea that it was going to be a first edition signed copy, so that's pretty sweet. Whoa! Look at this! What? That's so cool! That's awesome. I didn't expect that. Okay, so this is about a girl who, there's this wedding or something and all of her family is getting together. She ends up finding all these secrets about her family, and she has to kind of deal with the fact that her family is not who she thought they were. I picked this up because I've seen a lot of people talking about it and raving about it. I heard a lot of great things about Morgan Matson too, so yeah. The last book that I have for this haul is And I Darken by Kristen White, and I believe there's 3 books out for this now, and I've been wanting to get this for quite some time and just haven't. I don't know why. The story is basically about a princess who was kidnapped and she wants to take vengeance on the family that kidnapped her. That is really all I know about this, besides the fact that the cover is beautiful and a lot of people talk about this book. I'm terrible, you guys. I'm like, I don't care what the book is about. If it's pretty and people talk about it, then it must be good. That's terrible. I'm sorry, guys, but it's true. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this, get into it, get into all of these amazing books that I've bought. I don't know if they're amazing because I haven't read them yet. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm excited to have more books to put on my bookshelves. I haven't really been buying a lot of books lately because my shelves, I have five bookshelves and a little shelf, so I have 6 bookshelves and they're full. And I don't have a lot of room for more books. But I am probably going to be getting bookshelves over here on this side and adding another bookshelf on this wall. So hopefully I'll have some more room. Anyway, they stopped selling the bookshelves that I like at the store that I buy them at, which is Walmart, and I'm really upset about it, but Target has one that's similar, so that's these ones. They're a little like skinnier than the old ones that I had that I painted that were brown, but yeah. Anyway, so that is really it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe if you're not already, and if you guys have read any of these books, I would love to hear your opinions down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!